The wind howled like a banshee. Rain lashed against the ancient stone walls of Kurohana Art Academy. Perched high on a windswept hill, the academy stood cloaked in shadow and secrets. Within these hallowed halls, aspiring artists honed their craft. They chased their dreams, oblivious to the darkness lurking beneath the surface. The darkness whispered in hushed tones, a legend passed down through generations of students. Renjiro Masaki, a gifted sculptor, once graced these very halls. Driven by an insatiable hunger for recognition, he delved into forbidden arts. He sought to capture the true essence of the soul in his sculptures. Whispers spoke of a forbidden ritual, a pact with an entity from beyond our world. But Renjiro vanished without a trace, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in mystery and fear. Some whispered that Renjiro had become trapped within his own creation, a mirror said to reflect the darkest truths of one's soul. The Mirror of Lost Souls, they called it. A chill settled in the air at the mere mention of its name. Students avoided the old wing where Renjiro's studio lay undisturbed. The door remained locked, sealed with a heavy padlock and chains, a silent testament to the darkness that lay within. Akari Tsukino, a young woman with eyes as deep and mysterious as the ocean, arrived at Kurohana. She possessed a gift, a curse perhaps, the ability to sense the emotions that swirled around her. They whispered to her like phantoms, tugging at her senses. Tragedy had touched Akari's life early on, leaving her orphaned and haunted by a past she couldn't quite remember. She excelled in her art, her canvases filled with raw emotion that both captivated and unsettled her peers. Akari felt drawn to the forgotten corners of the academy, to the hushed whispers of the past that echoed in the empty corridors. She felt an inexplicable pull towards the legend of Renjiro Masaki, his tale resonating with the unspoken sorrow she carried within her own heart. One rainy afternoon, while exploring the academy's dusty archives, Akari stumbled upon a hidden compartment. Inside lay a tarnished silver locket, its surface cold beneath her fingertips. As she opened it, a whisper of wind seemed to stir within the room, rustling the brittle pages of ancient books. Gazing down at the faded photograph inside the locket, Akari's breath caught in her throat. It was a picture of a young man with haunted eyes that mirrored her own, Renjiro Masaki. The locket felt strangely warm in her hand, a tangible link to the past that sent a shiver down her spine. Akari knew in her heart that she had stumbled upon something significant, a piece of the puzzle that was Renjiro's disappearance. She felt a growing sense of dread, a premonition that her destiny was about to become entwined with the tragic legacy of Kurohana Art Academy. The old wing of the academy held a strange allure for Akari. She found herself drawn to its decaying grandeur, to the silence that hung heavy in the air. Dust motes danced in the faint rays of sunlight that pierced the grimy windows. The scent of decay lingered in the air, a musty reminder of forgotten things. One afternoon, as she explored the labyrinthine corridors, she stumbled upon a door she had never noticed before. It was concealed behind a tattered tapestry, its surface covered in dust and cobwebs. Curiosity gnawed at her. With a hesitant hand, Akari reached out and brushed away the cobwebs. The door creaked open, revealing a small, dusty room. In the center of the room stood a magnificent gilded mirror, its surface covered in a thick layer of grime. Akari's reflection stared back at her, distorted and unfamiliar. As she gazed at her reflection, she felt a cold hand grip her heart. Her reflection seemed to move independently, a flicker of something dark and hungry in its eyes. A wave of dizziness washed over her, and for a fleeting moment she saw terrifying images flash before her eyes. Twisted faces with empty sockets stared back at her, their mouths open in silent screams. A swirling vortex of darkness threatened to consume her. Gasping for breath, Akari stumbled back from the mirror, her heart pounding in her chest. She knew with chilling certainty that she had discovered the truth behind the whispers. This was no ordinary mirror. This was the Mirror of Lost Souls. A sense of unease settled over Kurohana Art Academy. Whispers of the mirror spread like wildfire among the students. They spoke in hushed tones, their faces pale with fear. One by one, students began to disappear. They vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispered rumors and unanswered questions. The disappearances started subtly at first. A student late for class, another missing from their usual haunts. But as the days turned into weeks, the disappearances became more frequent, more brazen. Panic began to grip the student body. The once vibrant halls of Kurohana were now shrouded in an oppressive silence. Akari couldn't shake the feeling that the mirror was somehow responsible for the disappearances. She had confided in her closest friend, a kind-hearted girl named Hana, about the horrifying visions she had seen in the mirror. Hana, initially skeptical, couldn't deny the fear that had crept into her eyes. One evening, as they were leaving the art studio, Hana turned to Akari, her face pale. "I saw him, Akari," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I saw Renjiro Masaki in the reflection of the window." Akari's blood ran cold. Hana's words confirmed her worst fears. The mirror was not merely reflecting the darkness within. It was drawing people into its depths, trapping them in a realm beyond human comprehension. She knew she had to act fast, before another soul was lost to the mirror's sinister embrace. Driven by a sense of urgency, Akari knew she couldn't face this darkness alone. She needed someone to confide in, someone who would believe her. She found an unlikely ally in Kaito, a quiet, enigmatic student known for his sharp wit and skepticism. Kaito, despite his reserved demeanor, possessed a keen intellect and a thirst for the unknown. Intrigued by Akari's theory about the mirror and the missing students, he agreed to help her uncover the truth. Together, they delved into the Academy's archives, poring over ancient texts and dusty scrolls. They searched for any mention of Renjiro Masaki, the mirror, or the ritual that had led to his disappearance. Late one night, as they huddled over a faded manuscript, they stumbled upon a passage that made their blood run cold. The inscription spoke of a realm trapped within the mirror, a place where souls were held captive by their deepest fears. The inscription went on to describe a powerful entity, the Mirror Lady, who ruled over this realm with an iron fist. She fed off the despair of trapped souls, growing stronger with each passing year. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Akari and Kaito knew they had to find a way to destroy the mirror and free the trapped souls. But the inscription warned of a terrible price to be paid. To shatter the mirror, one had to confront the Mirror Lady,